Architectural Builder Supply is pleased to present you with this recording of the technical question that is listed in the title of this video.
This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
Right now it's like a half inch or so, quarter inch. I mean, it's you have a few items I can view online or something, or let me know what you would suggest.
What type of door is it now? A steel door?
Yeah, it's a steel door. Yeah. And the door opens into the house, obviously. So the stripping's going to go, when you shut the door, I want it from all the way around around the door.
Yeah. What type of frame is it?
What frame? It's a metal frame also. Steel frame. I mean, it's all steel.
But it's a residential application?
Yeah, we're in a 60-unit building, but it is a stainless. It is a metal door.
Okay, it's probably metal clad would be my guess.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what kind of metal it is. Wasn't not the original owner here, but it is metal all the way around.
And you're in Florida, you say?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, what I would use would be something made of polyurethane.
So you're not actually you're calling. The call center for Architecture Supply. It's not home based in Naples, and like my door sweep came from the Naples location this week. So you're not based in Naples, then, are you?
I'm the owner. I'm sitting at my desk in Naples, Florida.
Oh, okay. I didn't know how it was built. Terry helped me the other day. He was awesome.
Terry?
Yes, awesome. Yeah, did an awesome job.
He's my son.
Oh, come on. Well, hit the home run then.
Yeah. Call next week and you get my daughter.
Okay.
So if it was me, I would use polyurethane. Polyurethane is an insert that you could lump into a generic category such as bristle or vinyl or silicone or neoprene or other items. The polyurethane is the highest caliber when it comes to resistance to ultraviolet. So here in southern Florida, or in Florida, if you've got daylight, you've got ultraviolet. So the answer to the question is part number 769A. It's going to have to be, 769A. That would be typical material that you would use.
Mm-hmm. How wide is it? Is it a tube? Is it like a tube, or is it wide? How wide is the piece that goes into the? Let me go measure the exact. Run over here. Okay, hang on a second here. Tape measure here. Okay. Okay, so the piece of got now is like half an inch, just over half an inch in width.
Yes, I would certainly recommend looking at the material. And I can email you a link to that.
Okay, that'd be cool.
Yeah. So, they have a handful of items that are polyurethane and just different sizes really, but polyurethane will not allow mildew, fungus, bacteria to grow on it. Ultraviolet resistance, extremely abrasion resistant, so it doesn't tear. That's what I would use. Okay. So what is your, let's see here now. Do you have an order number? I ordered, let me go run back up front here. I did order, let me get my original order number, the packing slip there. Okay. My original order number was 204579. Yeah. So I see it, and I'll send you a link to an item, and I'll also send you. Oh yeah, I see what you got there. I'll send you a link to an item along with a link to the catalog. Now, the fact that you've got vinyl on that door bottom is not the end of the world because it won't really come in contact with daylight very much because of where it's installed.
Right.
However, it's vinyl is the least best option for Southwest Florida.
So what sweep would you have suggested in lieu of that? I mean, for that same size.
Well, I would have suggested something with a different insert, more capable of handling our environment. I know that you had asked for a PK insert, and you were told, what we had in stock, and that's how you got to the panel.
Yeah. Okay. But if I had to order another one, what would you say to get for door sweep?
Well, that's the door bottom that you have.
Yeah.
So in terms of a door bottom, you've got to have that inverted bottom, I imagine.
Yeah, because it's so get a better fit, and so the stuff that's on there now, it just won't last as long as something else. Then
vinyl absolutely will not even close. I would have used the same item by Reese because they offer a polyurethane insert.
Mm-hmm. So I could have got the same metal with a different rubber piece.
No.
You're saying, is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying that. Pemco doesn't use polyurethane.
Okay.
Lead time was your driving factor, was it not?
Well, I've been fooling with this for some time. Last year I come down.
Yeah.
I tried to bring a piece down from home, and then try to fit the right piece to the door. Try to find somebody to put it in. It was like a big mess. I couldn't get. It's hard to if you call 10 people, if you're lucky to get one person to call you back. Not the suppliers, but the people that put it in for me.
Why aren't you putting it in?
Well, because I don't have all the tools. Like I got to trim this. I got to trim this down about half an inch, and I want to have a clean cut, and I want to make, and I got to drill more holes because it's not lining up with the old holes.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. So if you want, when I send you this email, if you want to reply back, I've got names of people that I can give you. Punta's not that far north.
Yeah.
I got one guy in Benita that might go up. I'm not sure.
Okay, I got one guy that can try to help me, but yeah, put that on in case this guy falls through. But so you're saying the metal by the same piece of metal, but a different piece of rubber on the bottom.
Oh, I didn't say that. I would have bought something not by Pemco. I would not have. Now we're speaking of what I would do, not what you would. But I would not have rushed to get an inferior insert. I would have waited the special lead time, the 3 weeks or so, to get the best caliber insert I could.
Mm-hmm.
Now, having said that, your vinyl's not going to degrade this year. You're going to get some time out of it, and honestly, you may be overthinking it in terms of that, and maybe deal with it when it does fatigue in 5 or 10 years. So you know what I mean? You've not done anything wrong, but there is a superior insert that I'm making you. Okay. I'm just letting you know about. That's all there is.
Okay, so can you give me do you have that in your catalog so I can view it, or at least I can have it?
I'm going to email it to you.
So when I buy it, get it the next time, I'll have the different number.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm going to email that to you in just a moment.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, where are you originally from?
I'm from Rochester, New York. I mean, we own a place in Vista del Sol in Burnstorm Marina. So we're here 4 months, and then we go home the rest of the year. So. Yeah. But every time there's a hurricane, I cringe. My friend that stayed in the building, I said he had a roll of duct tape. I said, go down there and duct tape around the bottom of the door. It did keep the water out, but. Because if I didn't have that, I would have had a problem. So, well,
I think what you need to do is up the game in that regard. you don't want to have to put duct tape, and you want weather stripping. I mean, down here with Irma, I mean, first and second floor condos were destroyed because of the water infiltration. And when I went to the site afterwards, the weather stripping was thoroughly, if it was even present, it was thoroughly ineffective because it just had fatigued and failed over the years and no one replaced it. And what I would do is I would look for interlocking weather stripping, metal mechanical weather stripping that interlocks, like if you were to curl your fingers over on each hand and lock them together. That's what it does in the weather stripping world. And it doesn't have a great R value, but it does keep out insects and, you know, and it certainly does help keep out driving rain. Now in the north, it's not going to, you know, you're going to have metal to metal transmission. It's not ideal, but you don't have, you know, we don't have that here. We have horizontal rain.
Right. Well, we're actually on the third floor, so it's you know. But I get when that hurricane comes and that rain whips up against the door, and that's when I have that's the only time I really have any potential risk of that. So
I might look. So there'll be some links here, and one of them will be to about a 45-page catalog. I'd scroll through that and just take a peek and come up with a mental list of additional questions, and I'll be back here Monday.
Okay, but you're going to send me down, like, so if I was going to, if this was my first call, you're going to give me the order number for the door sweep that if you were going to, the gold standard one, you can give me that order part number then?
I'm going to email you, I'm going to send you an email, and in that email it's going to have 3 links to it. And each of the 3 links you'll want to open up and review them. And one of them will be exactly the item that we're talking about that you originally called for. The second will be a replacement for the door bottom that you bought in 5 or 10 years. The third is a link to the entire catalog, so you can share that with your neighbors or whoever cares.
Okay, cool. All right, so but this one will last me. I'll get some time out of this one. It's not some.
Yeah, don't worry about that. I mean, like I said, you didn't do anything wrong, but if the question is what I would do as someone who makes a living selling weather stripping, I would have used polyurethane.
For the door sweep,
Yeah, for any insert, I would have used polyurethane.
Okay, good to go. Glad I got hold of you then today. So, okay, but how long do you think this one will last though, Richard? I'll get a few years out of it anyway, right?
Years. I mean, look at it this way. Above ground pools those liners are made of vinyl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't hear about those things falling apart. With enough exposure, they will. They're going to, but like the gasketing on my exterior overhead door at home and at the shop, that's all vinyl. And that stuff's been there, the one at the shop's been there for probably 2 or 3 years. And there's a lot of mildew and fungus growing on it because of the constant growing season here. But it hasn't started to dry out and crack yet. And when it does, I'm going to replace it with a UV-resistant bristle. But I'm not doing it now because it works.
Sure.
And that stuff gets daylight, direct daylight, 6 hours a day for sure. And it gets
So with the stuff that suggest me for around the door, which it will still just stick on there with adhesive, right? That'll peel the old one up. This will stick this one, another one on, right?
Is
that how that goes on?
I would not do that at all. I mean, you can get some 2-sided tape and plop it on that way, but it needs to be mechanically fastened so that it actually holds up over time. It needs to be screwed.
Really? Okay. Huh. Because the one that's on there now is just stuck. It's stuck on there. It was on there when I bought the place, and everyone in the building is the same way. It's just stuck. It's just like adhesive that's all the way around.
Yeah, well, spending time in Florida, you knew that there were professional suppliers, and then there was the Home Depots of the world, and then there were the real bargain, the Crafty Beavers below that. And you come to Florida and realize there's even a fourth, cheaper level of construction. And that's, same, my house, same as your house. It's just, there's always something better when it's Florida and residential.
Oh, for sure. I've learned that quick. We've owned the place 5 years. But every year goes by, I learn something else. So if you were replacing that around your door, what would you put on that? You'd rip off the sticky stuff, and what would you put on there?
I would put on there what I'm going to email you, and I would screw it. I would mechanically fasten it or screw it down.
Okay.
If
All
I
right.
was going to do it, I would put a bead of caulk underneath it, and then I would screw it down.
Okay. Oh, take a look at it then. All right.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I'm glad I got. Well, you got the whole family. I got your Terry was awesome, and now I got you, the boss. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
cool.
five generations.
Okay. Well, great. Then, so does that weather stripping stuff? Does it come in a roll, or how does it come if I was going to buy some of it, or when I finally get around fixing that?
Straight lengths.
Okay. Straight length, and then you just, like you said, screw it, just mechanically fasten it. Okay.
Yep.
With some caulk. All right. Well, you gave me some education here today. I mean, you go, like you said, you go to Home Depot, you can't find, you go in there and they got junk for the parts, and it's like, I can't, the one I brought up from home, my friend, friend of the family owns Rochester Colonial. So that's how he gave me the part from, because he fabricates doors and windows and stuff.
Okay.
So he gave me a part from last year. Mine was still not as bad as it was. So my friend really needed one, so I gave it to him. So then I came down this year. I was trying to find the right stuff because I've been looking at your website and everything. So okay.
Yeah,
All right. Well, I'll look at those. I'll look at those.
The Home Depots are fine. It's just when you need something now and you're willing to accept what they have. I mean, it's perfect for that. I was in Home Depot earlier today. I needed to replace my AC belt on my 69 Buick, and I needed a wrench that I didn't have here. So yeah, I wanted a Snap-on. I wanted something of professional quality, but I got Husky because I needed it. I wanted it now, so I got a Husky.
Yeah, get there. Yeah.
Same thing with weather stripping, right?
Sure.
Husky's
Okay.
fine. It's just not what I would have wanted because I'll end up passing that tool down to someone. The Husky ain't gonna last.
No. Okay, well, Richard, thanks for the education. But so like I said, the door sweep I got right now will get the job done for at least a few years. Then, right? Okay.
You should get a hurricane out of it. Yes, sir.
Hurricane. I hope I don't. Every time I go home, I cringe when there's a hurricane down here. It's something. So.
Well, yeah, but New York's no stranger to extreme weather. That's for sure.
No. Well, look at Buffalo. We're 70
yeah.
miles from Buffalo. They got 7 feet of snow, and we got a couple inches of snow. That was about because we're there in Lake Erie, we're in Lake Ontario.
Yeah, I grew up in Chicago, so we would always hear about what was happening with lake effect, on the other side.
No, really, I spent a lot of time in Chicago with, between work for Kraft and U.S. Foods. I was in Chicago all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, major presence.
Okay.
Chicago.
Yeah. Okay. Well, cool, Britt. Thank you very much for your time. I'll look for those emails.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Have a nice night. Bye. Bye.
You too. Bye.
Architectural Builders Supply hopes you have enjoyed this program. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.